Hello everybody, I'm back for another mani for Tropical Daze Dips. Sorry, my cat's in my chair. Mommy's got to sit here. Okay, so I'm back for a Tropical Daze Dips for the collab for being the guest ambassador for March, and now it is April. So this will be the last month. And this is for their Easter mani. I went ahead and picked these colors. I wish I would have had something a little bit different, but I'm gonna put this on and hope for the best. I hope they look okay together, and then we will do the stamping over top of them. So we have Hello Summertime, Barnyard Grass, and Off to Paradise. So those are the colors we got. Let's put them on, see what happens. I am using a gel base today. I really want to do, I was hoping to do dip base, but it is not warm today, so I don't want to open the windows. And I really am not a huge fan of doing it with dip liquids unless I can open the window, because sometimes the dip liquids, even though if they're odorless, they still sometimes get to me. So we're gonna go with the gels for today. Hopefully, I've got one more coming up. Hopefully it'll be warm enough then to do the dip liquids. Okay, so probably gonna, hopefully 2 coats will get us there. So we're gonna do the 2 coats. Hopefully that'll be good enough, and then we will do our Easter design. Oh boy. See, I don't know if you heard me say my cat's in here now. She's trying to knock the the camera stand over. Oh, she's leaving. Crazy cat. Okay. So I think I'm gonna do I was gonna do the green on 2, but I think I'm gonna do the purple on 2 and the green on 1. I don't know. I know Easter's more usually pastel-y, but I didn't really have any pastel colors, and I don't know. I thought these ones looked the best, so I hope it turns out okay. Fingers crossed. These are thermal colors, but I don't know. If I, because a thermal usually reacts to your body temperature, so if you do press-ons, I don't know if the thermal still works, or, well, I guess if you put your hands in cold water, but then I never leave them on long enough. So yeah, it still would work. Maybe when I take the photo, I will try to do a photo with the color change and see what that looks like. All right. Oh, I nipped it. I think I did that last time too. Try to, hopefully, that's the one thing I like about dip liquids, is if there's a little bit of mistake, you can just, all right, now we're gonna pop that in the lamp. But if you're using dip liquids, you can just usually just buff it out. Sometimes I've tried to buff it out with gel, but it It just doesn't work the same. All right. While that is in the lamp, I have this MDU Easter gnomes. I think I'm only going to use the Hello Easter on this one. And then I've got these old Bundle Monster Easter plates. So we're going to use 2 of those, maybe. Maybe we can get this on. I think I saw a trick where somebody put tape on it. And that took it up. Well, we'll get it up after we get this. Oh, look, even just the light. Sometimes the light doesn't change the colors, but there we go. We got our little bit of a color change. Oh, that was way too much. Way too much. I don't know why in that one spot. Well, we're going to have to try to sand it down a little bit because that one spot's giving me a problem. Alright, onto the purple. I think it's looking like 2 coats should do us pretty good, hopefully. As long as nothing goes wrong. Alright. One spot right there. Alright, we're going to pop it in. Try to get this off again. Maybe I will have to try the tape thing because it does not want to come up. I don't really want to scratch it, but gosh. There we go. Very thin piece of whatever that is. Okay. Whatever that stuff's called. It's very thin. Right, maybe because these are older. I've never seen them so thin. Alright. There's one. Now let's get the other one. Guess I would just scratch just a little bit on the side. It's not such a big deal, but I hate to do that. Just a little bit. There we go. Ugh, come on. All right. Whew, that was a workout. All right, we've got these. So let's do them a quick clean. The only thing, I like MDU plates because you can get different designs, but when you clean them, you can hear the cotton ball scrape on it. I hate that. They just, because they're different, but. Okay, so our plates are cleaned. Let's get this out, put the top coat on, see if everything is good to go. There's a little bit more of that color change. I like how that green's changing, and looks like the red changes to blue. Let's see. Because the other thing is, I don't know if you work with nail tips and dip powder. I do not know why. I use the clear sticky tabs underneath, and I do not know why dip powder does not play well with those, because they just always pop off, and it is ridiculous, but they just always want to pop off. So usually after this, I'll have to change the sticky stuff because it won't be sticky anymore. The dip powder gets under there somehow. Now you don't want to, because I only did 2 coats, that might be another reason, but you don't want to buff too hard if you just have any little spots, because then you'll take a big old chunk out and it won't look right. But, oh, there we go. Now I lost the nail. Oh boy. Where'd it go? It's missing. Oh my goodness. Just disappeared. What in the world? Oh, there it is. But now, I hope it sticks. Okay. Got our casualty pack. There's that one little spot right there. Alright, there's a couple little spots, but I'm hoping once the top coat is put on, those will kind of, and once we stamp, those will kind of get, those will kind of disappear. So let's make sure all the dust is off one more time. And now we're going in with the top coat. I like to do the top coat and then stamp. That way, because I have stamped right after dipping, but then you're just gonna ruin your stamper. It just makes it get all, that dip powder gets all over it. And then I sometimes, if I'm going to do reverse stamping over dip powder, I will either use a sticky base, or I will just go back over it with gel base, cure that for 60 seconds. Then it will still be sticky enough to do your reverse stamping on top of. Sometimes maybe just give it a little, I mean, you don't really want to touch it, but if you have a glove on, touch it with that just to double check. I love that green color. I don't know if I like it in here, but I do like that green color. And then sometimes, depending on what the design looks like afterwards, after I stamp, I might not even go in with another top coat. It just depends. That top coat really does make it pop, but sometimes I won't. So we'll see. All right. Now let's think about what color we want to, what stamps we want to do here. I think I've got this new scraper card. I'm used to using my little ones, but we'll see how this scraper card works out. I think I want to do these two little ears for sure. I guess they're kind of big. So let's go ahead and I think I'm going to do them. Let's see. I guess I was thinking about maybe doing them in brown, but I guess we'll do them in white. So well, I suppose we'll start with that first. I don't know if I'm going to do any reverse stamping. Maybe on the eggs. I don't know. We'll see. So maybe if I want to do that, I should probably do that now. Let's see. Maybe possibly on this one, it might reverse stamp. I have this yellow that's kind of yucky. And then I might color the eggs in there, so let's. I don't love the way that yellow stamped, but. Okay. Oh, look at that. That temperature change is wonderful. Looks beautiful. And now that I was thinking you might, well, I'll do it on different. Okay. So we're going to color that in with this. Let's see how we want to do, whoop, I forgot to open. How we want to do our ears. Let's get this out of the way. I think we will do, let's see. Maybe if we do one there, I don't know if I want to do it over here or over here. Because then if I put the Easter and then do the other ear, let me see. So let's see, do we want to do it there or do we want to do it there? I think we're going to do it here. Yeah, and then I think I might put the Happy Easter up there. And I think, look, let me think about that for a second. We will color this in quickly. Now I gotta decide, do I want to put the gel base on? Sometimes I wing it and I just stamp it and we're good to go, but do I want to take that risk? Not today. So while we let this dry. Alright, sometimes if you have a big enough area, you can just dab your brush. It's a risk. I don't usually like to, but and then the reason why I don't like to is because if you have such a big brush you're working with, so if you put it in the wrong area, that's a problem. Second, if you get too much polish on that brush and then you get way too much on here, it's going to take way longer to dry. maybe I shouldn't have went with that green, but now I'm thinking, do I need to go in with another color? We're gonna leave it, but I wish I would have went with a different color, but we're leaving it. All right, so there's that. Okay. I think I'm gonna do this little I should go with a different yellow, but let's see if we do it in white first. And then we will color that in with our yellow and whatever color we decide to do the egg. Okay, so now we're gonna have to wait on that. So I'm gonna put that little guy on the pinky, and then I think I'm going to do the Easter eggs. Well, maybe not. Well, we might try. I think I'm gonna do the Easter eggs with the carrots on that figure. And then let's see, for the Hello Easter, I think I'm gonna pick this one, and I'm just trying to think about, oh, I still gotta do the thumb. I forgot, I'm going a little fast here. What color? This green might look okay. Let's see. I suppose since we're working with our gels, we can take it off if we need to. So that's one good thing. If we can't see it. Oh yeah, I think that's good. All right, there we go. Yeah, I like that. Okay, there's that. So let's go back to our, or no, I think I was gonna put this guy. Okay, we do have our thumb. Like, hello. So we're gonna go with just a very thin coat of gel base. Stick it in there. Let's color this in while we're waiting. I think I'm gonna try this yellow again, even though it's kind of mucky, but color our little chicken. And then I think I'm going to get this light blue color for the egg. Alright, since this is done, I'm going to go ahead and try to pop this out as quick as possible. We're going to put something else up there, but oh boy. Okay, it almost did stick. See, I was going to say, sometimes it doesn't want to work for me, but usually I've had good luck. That's why I said it's your call if you want to go for it with the gel base or stick to using a sticky base coat. But alright, now we just have to think about what we're going to do above that thumb there. I wish I would have went with a different yellow or put it on a different yellow because you can't really see that. I could take it off, but I would hate to do that. But I mean, I suppose we could. Okay, let that dry for a second. We can put the gel base on here. Pop that in. Now for this one, I'm gonna go with the carrots and the eggs. So we're gonna need orange, and I think I will do the eggs in this blue. I'm gonna try, see how this looks. We're gonna see. I mean, if you really wanted to, you could stamp it out and then do, oh boy, and then, you know, get rid of what you don't want. Do it again, you know, that way they could be the exact color you want. But I like to do things a little bit, I mean, it's sort of not in a hurry, but just, what do you want to say? Just things that are a little bit quicker. But if you wanted it to be, because that kind of gave it the ombre look, if you wanted it to be 100% that color, that's what you would do. Okay, hopefully this is dry enough. Let's pray. All right, got it. Good to go. All right. So now our last thing, I suppose, is thinking about what maybe we want to put above there. I think everything looks good except I don't really like him, but like I said, do I want to take it off? Okay, let's see. I'm not really caring for any of these stamps for above that. You know what? Oh my god. Usually I would never do this, but you know what? I'm getting rid of it because I don't like it. I just don't like the way it's showing up. So we're gonna go a whole different route, I think. I don't know what that is, but okay, I think instead we're just gonna do the flowers and this little butterfly here and put that on because actually I'm gonna put the flowers on, I'm gonna put the butterfly at the top, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put this little Easter bunny face right in the middle of that. All right, so that's what we're doing. So for the flowers, I'm going to stick with the colors that we've been using. So I'm going to do a little bit of every color here. We're going to do that. Get rid of what we don't want. Alright, so I'm going to put this down here on the bottom. And then I'm going to do the butterfly. I'm going to do the butterfly in this color. We're gonna kind of just put that up here in the corner, and then we're gonna get our little bunny face here. And I don't know if I should go with that one. I think I like that one, but I'm afraid it's gonna be too big. Let's see what it looks like. All right. So there we go. There we have it. There's our 4 Tropical Days dips. There is our Easter mani. I'm gonna go ahead and top coat it, and then I'll put a couple photos on. And I thank you for watching, and like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.